Hi everybody, it's Sha Marie. So I'm really excited to tell you all that I have now got a coupon code and affiliate link with the Bargain Bead Box. My coupon code is CHAR2, C-H-A-R-2, and my affiliate link I have not yet been able to attach to my videos, but I will get that figured out for you all. So if you're interested in the Bargain Bead Box and would like to become a Bargain Bead Box subscriber, you could use my code CHAR2 to get $2 off your first month's box. You can also use it one time only in the sister shop, the Bead Box Bargains store, to also get $2 off a purchase there. So yeah, that's pretty exciting. I'm really happy and proud to represent Bargain Bead Box. I love their product. I love their boxes. They are a monthly subscription box that has a cohesive set of beads, findings, gemstones, crystal. Sometimes you get the ear wire, sometimes you don't. You almost always get chain. So you get enough product. It's $21.95, I think, or $22.95. I gotta check, find that for sure. A month. Generally, they bill on the 20th, and you generally get your packages sent into the mail by the 10th. Not always, but generally they're in the mail by the 10th, and after that, wherever you live, it's going to depend on how long you receive it. I always get mine right around the 10th, so I think mine generally gets in the mail a little bit earlier, but it varies. It varies, coast to coast and obviously internationally. They are a wonderful beading subscription. They are one of the best I've seen for the money. Always our items are, I'm going to say, valued at $70 average, if you average it out, because some months it might be down in the $65, $70 range. Sometimes it might be up to the $85 range, but you're paying that $22, give or take, price point. So it's a huge value. And if you are a subscriber to the Bargain Bead Box, you get a coupon code that you can use. You could use it 30 days a week if you wanted to. 30 days a month if you wanted to. You could use it every single day for the month if you wanted to and get 30% off your order every time you use it. And that comes exclusively to the Bead Box subscribers. So yeah, if you're interested, check it out. Punch in CHAR2 as your coupon code. Get $2 off your first month. Give it a try. Hopefully you will also love it and be a lifelong subscriber, as I intend to be. I've been with Bargain Bead Box now for 2.5 years, and I just love it. Yeah, and I'm so proud to finally have an affiliate link and coupon code with them. So, without any further ado, I am going to use the October Bead Box and make 5 pairs of earrings. So let me pause and get set up. So here are my 5 pairs of earrings that I'm going to make. I love using the toggle for earrings, but a lot of times you can't use the bar part for a pair of earrings because they're either straight or there's just no way to attach anything to it without the wire coming off. These bamboo shaped ones, let me see if I can find my toggle. What did I do with it? Oh, it's in the wrong box. Put it in the right one. These ones came with this little end on it. You can see it has like a swooped edge, so if you wrap tightly, it's not going to push off. It also has this groove here, which you could also wrap in if you wanted to do an inner ring. I only did the one and then hung the little leaf dangle from this hole, just turn it this way. But you could also do a second row of wiring here and hang something if you wanted to. I stuck to just this piece, but it gives you an option for using your toggle bar to make a pair of earrings as well as using the link part. So I think that's, something that would be interesting for people that want to branch out and, you know, try something a little different, something a little new, and even slightly challenging. It's not really challenging, but I got a spider in here. Let me get him. So, you know, it'll give you an option for making use of that. So I'm going to go through the list of what I have in here. Make sure I've got the right one with the right pair of earrings. So for this earring, move these aside so I can make sure I stay in frame. So for this earring with the toggle clasp part, you're going to need your two toggles and 2 ear wires, 2 ball head pins, 2 eye pins, 2 of the crystal bicones, 1 of your crystal leaves, 1 of the hematite barrel beads that we received, and 1 6mm jump ring. So we will do that one first. I'm going to move the rest out of the way. We'll do the wire ones last because they're going to require a little more work. So just let me get these out of the way and we will go through these. This one is real simple, very, very beginner friendly. So you're just going to want to use your ball head pin and go up through your little leaf bead. Didn't go over tools, but again, they're always the same standard 4 for me. I don't generally vary from these 4. I can't find one of my pairs of pliers. May have to, oh, there it is, buried underneath my coupon code. I set it right on top of it. So just your chain nose pliers, your bent chain nose, your round nose, and a pair of cutters. I will forewarn you, my cutters are in really bad shape and you will see me struggle. It's just the way it is. So when you bend over a crystal, you always want to give yourself a little space. We're going to do a wire wrapped one with this one, so we are going to need a little extra space just for the wire wraps to go into. So I like the very tip of my round nose. It gives just about, well, I honestly don't know, maybe a centimeter. I don't know. It's not a lot. I get 3 wraps usually just right with it. So I'm just going to bend it over. And as you can see, there is just a little space there. So then we're going to get into that bend with the bottom part of our bottom barrel of our round nose. Bring your wire up and over, and these are real short wires, so you don't have a lot to work with. Bring it up and over, rotate your pliers up, get that leaf out of the way, bring that wire back around so that everything is looking like this. I could bring my wire down a little bit more, I think. So that's what you should have. And then you're just going to take the end of your wire and wrap around that little extended piece of wire you gave yourself. Again, these wires are real short, so you don't have a lot to work with, which makes it a little more difficult. I like it when they're a little longer, because then you can just make your wraps because you got plenty to hang on to. It's going to give me a little trouble. So if you have longer wires, you'll find this to be a little easier than what I'm doing. All right, I'm going to have to push it in with my pliers rather than try to grab it and bring it around, obviously. Try to work it around. I didn't have quite so much trouble in my last one, but that's, you know, that's par for the course. There, get that tucked best I can for now. So this is what I should have. You can adjust it a little bit. I do need to cut a little piece of that off. See if I can find the end of it. It keeps spinning on me. I wouldn't normally cut it off. I would continue wire wrapping it to get it nice and tight, but because it's not long enough, it's not giving me that option, so I'm just going to trim it off for now. Because that really should have 3 wraps. Okay. So there's that for now. And then this piece is super easy. You're just going to... If that had been a stiffer wire, I would have just made a simple loop on the end of that rather than try to do the whole wrapping thing with that short piece of wire. But because it's not a high gauge, it's not strong enough for me to do that. So generally all I do is just bend it over my thumbnail. You can tell I use it a lot. I have a big groove in it right there where I'm always bending my wire into it. Then you're going to cut your wire off to about 1/4 of an inch. Just round those pliers out. And just simply walk your roll. Keep moving down until you're almost there, and then I usually just grab the back portion of it and finish closing it, and it gives me a nice loop. So there's that. Again, oh no. You know what? This is only supposed to have 1 bicone, but I did not put it in here. I'm going to cut this off after all that work. See, we all make mistakes. That's just the way it is. Let's see if I can't find one that's a little bit longer. Maybe I won't have so much of a struggle with it. So let's do this piece again. Add the bicone. And of course you don't really have to do this if you don't want to. Or you could, you know, if you have a long enough wire, you could add a couple. Let's see if we can do this again. I'm going to try to speed it up a little. You know what, for the sake of time, I am just going to do a simple loop. And again, like I said, these are not long enough really to work with. So we're going to see both. You know, you saw the wire wrapped, now you'll see the simple. Again, just walk that. Little tiny walks. Bring it down. There we go. Much, much quicker. It actually might be sturdy enough. Maybe it really was wire that was... I don't know. I'm not sure I would trust it. But for the sake of the video, it's fine. And then we're going to open up the hematite bead and just attach them. Again, making sure you open your loops like a jump ring up and down. And then just take your jump ring, open it up. You have to open it pretty wide because you got to get it around this. And that is pretty thick. And it's a little tricky. And then string on your beaded component. And then close it up. And there's your earring. Now we just add the wire to it. So this is one of the simpler ones. Although I didn't make it look simple, I know. I struggled a bit there, but you know. I was showing you what not to do. So there's that pair. They are pretty. I like them. I love the rose gold. Rose gold is one of my favorite metals. So there's that one. We'll set that aside. Actually, I'm going to put it right back in the little tray here. Alright, let's move on to this one, which is also just a simple string-in project. So for this one, you're going to need an ear wire. This is the one that takes 2 bicones. I had it in the wrong one. 2 of those daisy spacers. One of your little green 6mm, and your, I do need a jump ring for this one, and your little rose gold leaf. Alright, so, and I'm also supposed to have a head pin in that one. Boy, I really did not organize myself well, did I? Need a head pin. Eye pin, I'm sorry, an eye pin, not a head pin. And we are just going to bead on. Move that one out of the way. Keeps wanting to flip on me. You're going to put on your bicone, your daisy spacer. I have black marker on the end of my fingernail. I don't know what I was marking that I got it on there, but it doesn't want to come off. Your aventurine bead, another daisy spacer, and another bicone bead. Put your fingernail or whatever you use in there to give it a little space to bend over that crystal. Give it a bend. Trim it off just a smidge because there isn't much on this one as it is. So I really did not take off much. Let's see. Short pins. And then we're just going to do the same thing. We're just going to take our round nose, roll a nice little loop. So you guys have a loop on both ends. Get that out of the way now. I guess I did not put a jump ring on there, did I? That's why I didn't have it out. It's morning. I was up late last night crocheting, and then now I'm... Oh well. My brain is not functioning quite yet. I've only had 1 cup of coffee so far. So we are going to take it, open one end of the little link we made, feed on our little leaf, and you can do this with a jump ring if you want it to hang a little more freely, because it will dangle better. Close that back up. One thing you are going to want to do with this one, which I didn't do, is make sure that these loops are facing in opposite directions. So simply twist it. One should be this way, one should be this way, because that will help it hang straight. You won't have your leaf hanging to the side. And again, just open up your jump ring. Oops, I mean your ear wire, sorry. And there you have another pair of earrings all made. Super cute, very quick and easy. These would be pretty even for Christmas time. The rose gold is gorgeous. The green is, you know, you get some green for Christmas. These would be a real pretty Christmas pair of earrings too. Let's set those ones aside now. And let me decide which one I think is easier for the next one to do. I think maybe this one. We'll see. And I did wire wrap these leaves on with my head pins. As you can see, I did wire wrap them. But I think, again, I'm going to just do simple loops for the sake of the video. My 2 earrings won't match, but that's okay. That's okay, I don't mind. So we're going to use one of the white leaves, one of the yellow leaves, one of the bigger green leaves for our crystal leaves. We're going to want 1 bicone, and this one I used a ball stud earring. I had some of these in rose gold. Actually, I have them in all rose gold, gold, and silver. So 2 of the ball head pins, 1 of the eye pins, a length of chain that is 6 links, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, 6 links. An earring back, and 3 jump rings. So let's get started on this one. So we're going to take the eye pin, put it up from the bottom of our leaf, feed on our crystal bicone. Again, do the bend over the top with your fingernail or something that gives you a little space there. Again, trim it off. So I hope I don't have any trouble uploading this video. I have one, I don't know what is going on with it. I don't know if it's my YouTube studio, my internet, or what, but I am having a really hard time getting it to load. It's been loading for 2 days now, and I think I'm at 6%. I'm sure it's my internet. I have terrible internet. I'm going to turn these two before I attach something this time so that they are parallel with each other. And then at the very top, I take one of those jump rings, open it up. It's my Annie's Attic box that I'm in the process of trying to load. Whoop. Hopefully it will go up soon. I don't know, I might have to call and see if I can have someone come out and check and see why my internet is being so fussy. I'm going to feed on my ball ear wire. Close it back up. These jump rings don't quite line up. I think I mentioned that in another video. I have like a lot of jump rings that I bought and I don't remember from where, but they don't close correctly. They don't line up. So I do have to fidget with them just a little bit just to get them closed, which is not optimal, obviously. But alright, I'm going to put the ear backing on just so I don't lose it. And then this part is pretty simple. I hook my chain so that I am in the third ring, so they hang. That's why there's an even amount and an odd amount, because when I hook it, it's going to be third from either direction, it doesn't matter. But I've got 2 hanging on one side and 3 hanging on the other, which gives it a little off-kilter length. See, one hangs just a little longer than the other. And now for the fun part. Again, I am not going to wire wrap these for you. You know, everyone knows how to wire wrap it by now, probably. I mean, maybe not, but these short pins are not the best ones to be trying to teach you on. Because all you're going to do is watch me struggle. Nobody wants to see that. Well, maybe. Maybe you do. Who knows? Struggling is part of learning. Simple loops are just so much easier in my opinion. Some people love wrapped loops, but I'll take a simple loop any day. It looks really pretty. Came on nice. This pin is real wonky. Get my wire straighteners out. Give her a little bit of a straightening. Not quite so wonky looking. I love these little amber colored leaves. I think they're so pretty. Especially with the little AB flash that's on them. And they get little hints of purple every once in a while. Very pretty. So there you have that one. And the reason why I used jump rings on these was because they were wire wrapped and I needed the jump ring to attach them. If you do away with the jump ring, you can open up your simple loop and just attach it. I am going to stick to the jump ring just because I want it to have the same length. But you could totally do away without these if you use simple loops. I'm so far behind on my bargain bead box this month. I know everyone is anxious for the November box, but I barely touched my October box so far. I really kind of, was hoping to get mine quicker because I wanted to do my unboxing and share my new coupon code and affiliate link with you, but that's okay. I'll be sharing it many more times. I really hope everyone gets a chance to check out the Bargain Bead box. They really are a great company. They have the best customer service. So there you have it. And for doing these ones as a simple loop and these ones as a wrapped loop, they're not even noticeable. I mean, I'll still wear them. I don't care. I think they're really pretty. So there's that pair. All right. So this one is relatively simple. It's easier than that one's going to be. And I just took a piece of 20 gauge rose gold copper wire that I have, and I'll get my ruler out and measure it for you. Let me give it a little straightening so I can measure it pretty well. And this is more than you need. I always cut more than I need. I end up with cutting off a chunk, but I'd rather have more than I need than struggle. So this is right about just about 7.5 inches. Alright, so the first thing I want to do, I want to find that one I freehand, but I think I would rather, never mind. I was going to say wrap it around something about that size, make a circle, but I'm just going to kind of bend it a little bit just to slightly train it for now. And you got the wire, your bigger faceted bead, an ear wire, and 20 of the bicones. 20? Yes, 20. So we're just going to put these on, and you can always kink your wire a little bit to keep from losing them off the other end while you're working, because there is plenty of wire here. So you're just going to feed on your 20 beads. I've seen some real pretty stuff coming from the new November box on YouTube. Not on YouTube, I'm sorry. On the Facebook Sisters Facebook page, the Bargain Bead Box Facebook page. People have already started posting some of their stuff. Gosh, people are coming up with some really pretty things. I can't wait to get started on mine. A couple of the things I've seen, I was like, yep, I was going to do that. But that is one thing that I've mentioned this before. We all get the same box, so we all get the same stuff. And coming up with something different than somebody else is not always easy. Because, once you get it, you look at it and your idea forms, and of course everyone else kind of looks at it and sees the same thing. So somebody comes out with something and you're like, oh, I was going to do that. But that's when, having a nice stash of your own belongings, your own materials, is handy, because you add something from your own stash and instantly you've got something unique. You don't have to stick with your stuff in your stash. I mean, I know if you're going to enter in the contest, you kind of have to stick with Bargain Bead Box products, Bead Box Bargain products. For the most part, is that right? That looks bigger than that one. Let me count these again. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. And I have 19 on it. I thought I had 20, but we'll just take one off. It's supposed to be 20. But if you add something, from your own stash, you've got, first off, it opens up your mind to creating something different. But secondly, it gives you the opportunity to have something that's unique. So I'm going to cross my short wire over my long wire, tight as I can. Just give it a couple of wraps. See them? Trim it off. So my camera cut out on me. Evidently, the memory ran out. So I ended off, I think I got this pair of earrings done and was started on this one before I realized it. So I am starting over. I'm going to try to add these two together afterwards. And I got this back to the point where, about where we were when it cut out. So hopefully there is no gap in this. And so I think we were at this point of just creating the bend here, and I think I was saying something about the fact that because this wire is nice and long, not like the head pin that I was using with the short wire, I have plenty to work with, and you know, making the wire wrap is going to be a whole lot easier. So again, we're just going to wrap. It's much harder under the camera to get this and get it nice and neat. I usually just do messy ones, but the other one I did is nice and neat, and I'd really like to keep this one neat as well. So, I don't know if you can see it very well, but it come out pretty good. Yeah, nice wraps in there, a nice loop. I'm going to cut this off in the back. I'm going to try to cut this off in the back. Again, it is time for a new pair of cutters. Maybe Santa Claus will bring me a pair. I have no Santa Claus, so I don't think he will, but it's always a wish. You never know. Maybe I should wish for a Santa Claus. That's a thought too. So there, we are back to this point. We're just going to add the ear wire. Hopefully I didn't lose too much video and everything is completely understandable for you here. So we're going to take our ear wire and open it up and just hook it on. And there is another pretty, fairly simple pair of earrings. I do like these a lot. I don't know if it was in the first part of the video or the part that I lost, but I had said something about the fact that you could always, before you wire your wire up, that's going to be all your working wire, you could always do a twist and make another little loop here before you go up. And you could hang something in the middle of it if you wanted to. So there's those. Put those aside. They almost look like pumpkins. They kind of have a pumpkin look. They'd be, yeah, those would be pretty. October earrings. Well, it was the October box, so kind of has the pumpkin look. Anyway, put those aside. All right, so this is the most challenging one, and it's really not hard. The only part that's hard is at the very end. So I cut another length of wire, again about 7.5 inches. That's more than you're going to need. You're going to want your toggle bar, another one of the green bead. Of course, you're going to want two of everything or double everything for your 2 earrings. Another ball head pin. This one is an 8mm jump ring, your ear wire, your green leaf, and you're going to want 17 of these little rondelles. One of them is going to go up here, and the rest will go on here. So this is the way I like to start it. I take and hold my bar in my hand, I put my wire on it, and then I pinch it best I can. And then I just start wrapping nice and tight, 4 coils, so that I'm coming out at the bottom. And that's what you should have. And then I just turn it over, and at the bottom of my bar is where I like to cut this wire off as much as possible. Pinch that shut. There. And then you've got that. Super easy so far. And then you're just going to put on 8 of these. I keep checking now, make sure my camera's still recording. I went through all that and then it was gone. This earring was almost finished. So we got 5, 6, 7, and 8. Let me check them real quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. Put on your faceted aventurine. And again, 8 more of these. These earrings do look a lot harder than they actually are. And if you are going to wire something into the center part of the bar, I would do that before you do your outer pieces, just because otherwise you're not going to be able to work in there. So there's cat hair. It's part of the course around here. So there's that. So you're just going to take and give it a little bit of a bend. Just slightly, not too much at a time. And as you're working with this wire, it's going to harden too. Maybe, you know, if you could work with 18 gauge, if that's something you can work with, it might even be a better option. But this gauge is fine. So once you've got it bent around the bar and kind of in there, and don't worry about it being loose at the moment. We'll tighten that up in a bit. We just first want to get this first loop around. Once you get the first one around and you get it pinched down there, so apologies, my video did end up cutting out on me again. I had to just delete some files and start over again here with this earring. Hopefully I deleted enough this time that it will let me at least finish this, and then I can splice together these 3 little pieces of video to finish this up for everybody. If not, of course, this video will never see the light of day and it won't matter anyway. So here we are again. We have the bar on here, as so. We are going to bend this section of the earring, the wire part, bring it up over the other end of the bar, and try to push those beads up nice and tight and get that right up to the bar. If you're not real tight, don't worry about it. It will get fixed in a bit. So you want to push the wire through the loop, back up over the bar, and at this point it's still a little loose, so just take your wire and give it a nice snug, and that'll pull everything tight for you, and it'll pull your other beads back over to where they belong. This part is still a little loose yet because we haven't finished wrapping. Push those 2 together so that the continuing wires are going to be a nice clean tight wrap. Continue on with your wraps as such till you have a nice 4 nice wraps, and you can snug them together a little bit like that. And I've made this piece now 3 times for this video, so I should be a pro at it by now. I'm going to cut this piece of the wire off in the back because I cut this one a little shorter than the other one, so my piece of wire did get a little pinched holding on to it because it's not as long as I had, but that's okay. We'll just straighten it out, roll it under, give it a little pinch, pull them together, and there you have it. It's nice and tight. This one doesn't seem to be as tight now, but I've messed with this earring so many times now trying to shoot this video that it's lucky it's even working. Alright, just snug that wire back up a little bit. There we go. So there you have it, your basic shape. You are going to need to put it back into, you know, the shape of the one that you want before. I had said before, the more you're working with this wire, the harder it's getting. So it's, you know, even though it's 20 gauge wire and it's flexible to work with, as you're working it, it is hardening, and that's what you want, because you don't want your earrings to misshape on you when you're wearing them. So there's that. So there's the basic shape, just like this one. And then we're going to go to this ball head pin, little green leaf, your last little bicone bead on top. Give it that little bend. Trim it off a bit to about there. I don't think I've ever had a 35 minute video take me over an hour to record before. Alright. Finish off your loop. There. Now you're going to open your jump ring. And again, like I said before, this one is an 8mm jump ring, not the 6mm. Because you're going through over that bar, through that loop. That's a lot of space there. And it is a little bit tricky, I'm not going to lie, to get it in there and over it. You have to open it up a lot. As you can see, I've got it open pretty big. So you've got to get it to go over the bar and up through that loop. And now, before you put the leaf on and you got it in your way, is a good time to try to close it up a little bit so it doesn't fall off on you while you're working with it. So just close that up a little bit, just so I can hang my leaf piece on. Grab a hold of it again. You do really want to kind of lay it down on something, otherwise if it flips on you, it's going to come off the wire, off your ring. There. Get it close enough so I can work with my other pliers. And there, it's all closed up. And there's that. And then just take your ear wire, like always, and give it a little twist. Hook it in there, get that out of the way. This would also make a really pretty necklace piece if you wanted to do just one. You could always hang it from chain afterwards and have a necklace instead. Come on, ear wire, cooperate with me. So there is our last pair of earrings. Now if you want to wear them this way, that's going to fit, you know, if you're wearing them, this is going to face this way. If you want to wear them the other way, put a jump ring between the ear wire and this here, and it will help you to hang them so that you're wearing them this way. I think that, I hope that makes sense. Actually, let me just show you if I have enough video time left. If not, it'll run out and you'll just have to go with what I explained because I don't know that I'm going to make it here. Clearly, I need to clean out my what did I do that for? Clean out my videos and such. I'll close that ear wire back up because this jump ring is open. There, by putting in that jump ring, the earring now hangs this way on your head, whereas this one would hang this way on your head, facing out from your ear. So this would be, your face would be over here. And then on this one, hanging with this, it would hang this way, with your face over here, this being your face. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed these. I certainly had fun making them with you. Fighting with my camera and all that fun stuff. So here are our 5 pretty earrings made from the October bargain bead box. This was the falling leaves. Very pretty box. I still need to get some more stuff finished up so I can get out my show and tell for everybody. But I wanted to do something different. I wanted to do earrings instead of, you know, a necklace or a bracelet. That's what I've done in the past. So I wanted to do something different. So I thought I would just do 5 pairs of earrings and incorporate that toggle bar. Well, I hope you like it, everybody. Again, don't forget my new coupon code, SHAR2, to get $2 off your first purchase of your bargain bead box, or to get $2 off at the sister store. I appreciate you all joining me, and I hope all of you have a wonderful day. I hope you have fun creating with your bargain bead box, or just whatever's in your stash. I hope it brings you joy and contentment like it does me. This is when I relax. I just play with beads. I let my creativity flow. My mind goes off all the woes and troubles of the world, which we have more than enough of. And I just enjoy my time doing this, and I enjoy sharing it with you all. And yeah, drop me a comment. Hit that like button. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Share to anyone you might know that, you know, might be interested in watching my videos. Yeah, so until next time, everybody, thank you, and I will be back with my unboxing as soon as I get it. Thank you, guys. Bye.